The man, the myth, the legend, it's Kevin!
Hey.
Good morning, everybody.
It's me.
We're back. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chrissy and this is Everyday Tidbits. And this is Kevin. Today we're going to take you through our day at work. We are at the far post today from my house. Took me about 40 minutes to get here. Kevin loves it here. I don't as much because it's a far drive for me. But once I'm here, it's okay. Except for the fact that we're in a closet with no windows. But we're by the beach and it's not a bad post to work. But anyway, yeah, so we're just gonna clean up the truck a little bit, get settled in our morning, eat our breakfast, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Bye.
Bye! Alright, it is 9:30. We're getting our first job of the day. We're almost there. I forgot to pick up the camera because we're trying to figure out a computer issue, trying to log our crew in. It keeps saying invalid crew. Control has us logged in, but we can't log into our computers to get the jobs on our devices. So that's what I've been doing. I got a good nap in. I really needed it because I didn't sleep well last night. Kevin took a little bit of a walk. But it is like, it is pea soup humid out. Pea soup humid. So we're heading to a job that is not too far from our post, but we have no idea what we're heading to because, like I said, we can't get the jobs on our devices right now. The computer is not connecting. It keeps saying invalid crew. So we'll let you know after the job what this job was because, like I said, I have no clue. We don't know what we're going to, and that's part of our job. Most of the time, what our nature is actually what the nature is. But I would say about 60% of the time, it's nowhere near what the nature was. So it's our job as detectives, always on scene, to figure out what the issue is, what the nature is, despite what we are being sent there for.
We put all the little tidbits together to make the big tidbit picture.
Everyday tidbits. It's validated here too. So, you know, like we could be getting called for chest pain, and it's not a chest pain, it's a tummy ache. Or like yesterday, I got called for an unconscious, and all it was swollen leg pain. That's it. So it's not always what we're being sent for. So it doesn't really matter. As like a medic that's been doing this for a little bit, you can just walk into whatever and figure it out when you get there. So we'll let you know. We're pulling up now. We'll let you know what we have after the job.
That's his neighbor?
A friend. Like a friend of a neighbor. So, alright, we got canceled. We got the call, apparently it came over as a respiratory, but when we got there, this man has a kidney stone, and he was doubled over from a cramp that he had, and he did not have difficulty breathing. The EMTs got there at the same time we did. They pulled up, went over and assessed him, and then I have to put the camera down. There's like...
Thanks, lady, for letting me go by.
Lots of crazy neighbors.
Didn't mean to get all up in your world, lady.
There's lots of crazy neighbors out being nosy to figure out what's going on at their neighbor's house. That happens. But anyway, the EMTs got there the same time that we did. Oh, she is so cute. And they assessed and realized that it was not an ALS patient, and it was we were not needed. ALS is advanced life support.
Advanced.
So,
not that I'm advanced, it's just that the support is advanced because I'm kind of just average, you know?
Kevin, you are so advanced.
I'm advanced in the ways of, like, lyrical rhythms.
I'm the lyrical gangster. Right. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Still love me like that. Hey.
It's hot.
Na. It's pea soup hot. It's
real close. Lock party.
Okay, so back to like nosy neighbors. This happens. This happens quite often when we pull up to somebody's house. There's a sudden urgency to check the mail, to walk the dog, to water their flowers, anything to be outside in their pajamas, even naked, just to find out what's going on in their neighbor's house. And they'll stand out there. Some actually even will approach our ambulance and be like, what's going on? I'm their neighbor. Is everything okay? And, you know, there's something called HIPAA where we cannot discuss the business of the sick person.
There's also something called hippos.
There's hippos.
Large animals that like to live near
There's
water.
also something called rhinos.
And they are very dangerous hippos. They're like really dangerous.
They're like one of the most dangerous mammals in the world. They
don't give a F. They will eat you.
They will eat you like a bonbon.
That's why we never ever deal with hippos. We always run away from hippos.
If we see a hippo, I will pet it.
No! They have like big gnarly teeth. They'll just take your arm right off.
My hippo will never gnarly eat me like a bonbon. I will pet it and I will caress its nose.
There you go.
And I will make nicey nice with the hippo. But anyway, yeah, so we had a bunch of nosy neighbors coming out suddenly to investigate. But anyway, that was our first call of the day, and we were canceled. So woot, woot. I am not a good beatboxer.
Crazy day today, bugs everywhere. Gorgeous, so gorgeous, so gorgeous. The fauna, the flora, the hippos, they're everywhere.
Hippos everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Rhinos everywhere.
Look at this place. Oh, we're almost in Bayhead.
We're back.
They fixed it. Somebody fixed it.
Okay, so now we have another job. We're going for seizures, and the job is literally 1 minute away from where we are, like less than a minute. But we had to pull over because we had to fix the technical issues because, again, they're trying to give us a job on the radio, but nothing was coming to our devices. And it turns out that the wrong crew was logged in the control center's computer. Even though we tried to rectify that this morning, they finally got it fixed, and all is well in the technical world. We have the job. We're responding to seizures, and there are no notes in the job, just seizures. So that's where we're heading now. We'll let you know what kind of seizure, what happens, and if it truly is a seizure after the job.
We are inside the EMT's ambulance, and they're bringing the patient out. They have the patient on the second floor, and they told us to come out to their ambulance and wait for them. So that's what we're doing. They're carrying the patient out. We're setting up our monitor to assess the patient when they get down here. So at that point, I'll have to turn the camera off because that is patient privacy and HIPAA. But we're waiting. That's the situation. They said they'll be a minute, but they told us to come outside and wait. So that's why we're out here and not with the patient. FYI.
No sheet on the stretcher. Put sheets on the stretcher.
They're going to make a sheet, but it's so hot out.
Drug transaction. We're getting narcs. So we did have a seizure call. We had to treat this patient. The patient had brain surgery last week for an intracranial bleed that was spontaneous. They couldn't pinpoint how or why it happened. It did not occur due to any trauma, but he had a bleed. They went for surgery, and he had a seizure before that, which is how they found the bleed. And he's had 2 seizures since, and this is the second post-op seizure. So we started an IV, we checked his sugar, we put him on the monitor. He was post-ictal initially, but then he came around and he was answering appropriately. Sugar was good. I did not have to give him any Ativan, but I did have an order for it in case he seized again. We got to the hospital, I gave report, and the hospital is backed up, so I had to wait like 15 minutes for the nurse. We came out, met our supervisor to get NARC replenishment. We had some NARCs that were used over the past couple days and a couple that were expiring at the end of tonight, so we had to replenish our NARCs. And now we are actually on our way to another seizure call, which is in a short distance from where we are. But this call's been pending for a while and they're still on scene, so we're not sure what's going on. But the nature of the call is a seizure. So we'll be back in a little bit to let you know what we have. So we're driving along the shore. We're currently in Belmar, and it is packed. Packed. Look there's traffic, there's people everywhere. The streets are packed. There's people everywhere. There's Kevin everywhere.
There's
discharge everywhere. So, okay, look at my hair. Anyway, the last job we were on, it was not a seizure. It was actually a near syncope in church. It is Sunday, and that's a common call for our Sundays. We get the near syncopes in church. And this lady said she was riding her bike to church. It's extremely pea soup hot out here and humid. And her bike is stuck in high gear, so she had to like really pedal and work to get to church. She came in, she sat down, she said she felt a little lightheaded. She put her head down because she felt like she was going to pass out, but she never actually passed out. She was awake and alert the whole time. The EMTs kept us. For some reason, they wanted us to assess this lady, and we wound up releasing to BLS. She was totally fine. Her sugar was good, her 12-lead was good, her vital signs were good. Everything was really good. So we released it. And then, as we were pulling away, we found this epic car. Here's the picture right here.
Not a creepy car.
Right here. Not a creepy car, but an epic, dedicated EMS worker. Oh my god! There's so many people out here. My life just flashed before my eyes.
Scary.
Oh, this is so scary. There's so much traffic and everybody's like stopping short because people are crossing off the crosswalk. They're like jaywalking everywhere. It's so bad. But anyway, usually the term, if we release to BLS, it's called release to BLS. It means that we are not needed and the EMTs are capable of taking this person to the hospital without advanced care. So usually it's called release to BLS. And it was so funny because like as we're pulling away, we hear the EMTs say, the medics were discharged. Right, Kev? We were dying. The medics were discharged. And it was just hilarious because that is not a term that we use, but it was so funny. The medics were discharged. Okay, but let me show you, there's so many people out here. Afternoon so far.
Queen cheated on her points.
No, I didn't. I had a gelati from Rita's and I tracked it, even though it was a redonkulous amount of points. I got I was going to show you, but I ate it so fast. But I have a picture of it right here. Right here. I got a vanilla custard with key lime ice. It was so good because I haven't had that in so long and I was craving it. I'm like, Kevin, take me for ice cream. And Kevin got coffee at the Divvy Tree. So now we're just driving around. It's really, really, really hot out.
Costa Rican pour over with skim milk.
I know in my last video I was
delicious.
I was having some issues with my credit card and the lawnmower, and now it's my air conditioner unit. So tomorrow I have to call and see if they could come out and give me an estimate for a new unit. I'm pretty sure it's time. It's time. But now that I have accepted defeat, I'm actually relieved that we're gonna have a plan here. Gonna get an estimate, and then we're gonna have a plan to get that upgraded so that I don't have major anxiety anymore over my electric bill and being hot. Because last night, full transparency, I had like a little panic attack in the night because it was hot and the air conditioner unit wasn't running to my liking.
I believe the words that Chrissy used was, it's hot like Satan's taint up in my bed.
Ew, don't say that word. I wouldn't know what Satan's
taint
area is hot like, but I would imagine it's super fiery like Kevin's loins. But anyway, oh my god, that gelati was so good. It's been years since I've had one and I was like craving it. So
oh no!
Oh man, we have a call. Alright, I'll let you know we're in a minute. Alright, so we're going to a Marina for an unconscious elderly male, and it says they're unconscious respiratory. Not sure like what that means, but that's where we're heading to now. And it figures that Kevin got coffee, so now we have a call. But at least I eat my gelati. I feel much better now. Right? Right.
Not oil it, pile it.
So we just got canceled. We got canceled. We were responding to that unconscious guy in the Marina, and we got canceled. But we got all the way here.
Look at these big anchors.
Ooh,
these
big
boat
anchors. Whoa. That are some boats.
Weird being below the boat, but above ground. Yeah.
So we're leaving the Marina now.
This Marina was cool.
Yes.
It was cool living in the Marina.
God bless America.
I don't have money to have boat life.
Land that I love.
You know, boat life like these folks have. But look pretty
Yeah,
good.
I know. You know, I'm just happy to be able to pay for a new air conditioner unit. Forget a boat.
Boat life. Bop, bop, bop.
We are driving along the ocean in Point Pleasant Beach, and it's packed. There's so much traffic, and it is almost 4 o'clock, and
Everybody's getting ready to go
it's
home.
still packed. But we just got a job for severe dehydration.
Severe.
Normally, dehydration isn't so much an ALS job, but this time it's severe.
So severe.
It's such a severe dehydrational issue that they are fluidly challenged in their body. So they require the assistance of EMS. And that's where we're going now. We're going to severe dehydration.
So severe.
So severe. So severe. Alright, tell everybody you got a haircut.
I got a haircut. My beautiful wife is my barber.
Looks very nice, Kevin.
I
Anya, you
shaved
did a
this
good
morning
job.
before I came to work.
I'm so happy that you groomed yourself before coming in to spend the day
showered.
with me. Wow.
Yep.
That's a big step for you.
Yep. I know.
Rhino shower in the backyard with a hose and a giant scrub brush.
Shower time!
Woo! Y'all, we were canceled. Y'all, we were canceled. This lady was okay. She was a cute little thing. She was so cute. But she was totally fine. And we got canceled. So now we're just gonna
Hit the turnaround right here.
hit the turn. Oh, this is that club where there
Yeah,
was
we
music
were on
that
the other
played.
side last
Yes. All right.
This is the turnaround.
We got
because we
canceled.
can't go any farther.
So we just got gas in our vehicle, so we have a full tank for the night crew. I stopped at Walgreens and I got my daughter a protractor for her summer math homework. And now we are heading to a lower GI bleed call. The most delicious of them all.
Yummy!
So
Yummy!
that's what we're going to. I'll let you know what we have, and hopefully we get canceled for this one because I don't like GI bleeds.
There's gonna be a lot of traffic in the
I don't like GI bleeds. We're available. We treated this guy. He was a GI bleed. The poor guy's had some frank blood coming out for like 24 hours. And he was very diaphoretic, very cool, clammy, like really, really wet. And
there's one thing you can never fake. Diaphoresis.
yes, you can't fake diaphoresis. But his blood pressure was low initially. So Kevin started an IV like a rock star.
Boom!
Gave him a fluid bolus. His
Boom!
blood pressure came up.
Boom!
His mental status improved. He wasn't so nasty. He was like kind of ornery at first because he wasn't feeling good, and I think there was just so many people surrounding him. But once we got him up into a better position and got some fluid into him, he was actually a very nice man. So that was our call. Now I have a chart to write. It is 5:30.
1732.
Yeah, we're heading back to our post now. I grabbed some much needed supplies at the hospital.
Much needed.
Transported to Ural.
What?
And it is so muggy and nasty and humid out. I'm like schwitzing everywhere. My hair looks like I don't even know what. I got like, what is this? What, is there devil horns here? So yeah, we're on our way back to post, and hopefully it is nice for the rest of the shift.
You're a beaver.
You broke the silence.
A beaver.
Unassigned, reassigned. All right, so we're getting a job. It's 6:20. I know, we got a different job. So they dropped the job on us, then they took a job off of us. Now they're reassigning a job on us. So we're getting a cardiac arrest call, close to shift change. It's 6:22. Not that it matters because our relief doesn't come till 7 o'clock today anyway because we're coming from another unit. It's kind of annoying, but it's the job. So we're getting this cardiac arrest. It's like less than a mile away. We're going to be there any minute. So I will update you after this call and tell you what's happening. Okay? Good. So we just cleared up our cardiac arrest. It was a pronouncement without treat. This gentleman somehow had an event while in a pool, and his family found him floating in the pool, and they pulled him out of the pool. He was unresponsive, and they started CPR. But unfortunately, he was asystolic in 3 leads. He was full of fluid. We don't know how long he was in that pool for. It could have been a while because nobody was outside. They just happened to come outside and find him floating. So we had a consult with our doctor, and we pronounced this gentleman. And these are one of the hardest calls because not only was there a language barrier, but the family was absolutely devastated. They were outside. They were watching us, start what we were doing, and then the doctor just said pronounce this person, and it's very sad, but that was our last call of the day. Pronouncement, no treat. So Kevin's writing a chart. We're waiting for relief to get here. They should be here soon. We're shutting the truck down in 10 minutes, whether they're here or not, because the good thing about this company is that they don't make us stay, which is awesome. So I just want to thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate your support. If you could, please hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so that you're notified every time I post. Follow me on Instagram at everyday_tidbits and Facebook at everydaytidbits because I would love for you to be a part of my social media family. I hope everyone's being safe out there, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.